Mr. Elon Musk.
Yes!
Elon Musk, who runs the largest U.S. EV maker, Tesla, right now might be closer than anyone in the world to President Donald Trump.
We talk almost every day.
And President Trump has already taken steps to roll back the federal programs that support Tesla's main product. Some say that could be disastrous for the company.
Elon Musk freaks out on Tesla robot plans. Elon Musk's latest foray into robotics with Tesla's Optimus project and his expanding political entanglements, which have sent ripples through financial markets and ignited public protests. His trajectory from Silicon Valley entrepreneur to a global influencer is studded with audacious projects and headline-grabbing controversies. From the success of Tesla's electric vehicles to pioneering space travel with SpaceX, Musk has consistently positioned himself as a futurist. However, his relentless pursuit of innovation is frequently accompanied by political gambits and risk-laden decisions that blur the lines between visionary leadership and reckless disruption. Musk's latest exploits are no exception. The announcement of Tesla's humanoid robot, Optimus, coupled with aggressive forays into political activism via his role as head of the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE), has ignited a firestorm of criticism, concern, and outright disbelief among investors, lawmakers, and the public alike. The Doge controversy. On March 5, 2025, President Trump launched a new initiative to cut government waste, and Musk surprised everyone by accepting the role as head of Doge. Originally meant to make government work more efficiently, Doge has instead sparked controversy and left many experts and politicians puzzled. State attorneys general from New Mexico, Arizona, and Michigan have mounted a constitutional challenge against Musk's appointment, arguing that it flagrantly violates the Appointments Clause of the U.S. Constitution. The claim centers on the fact that Musk's appointment was not vetted by the Senate and appears to be an extra-legal maneuver designed to leverage his considerable private sector influence for public policy decisions. Critics argue that this arrangement not only undermines the checks and balances inherent in American governance, but also creates an inherent conflict of interest given Musk's sprawling business empire. As Representative Greg Landsman put it, Doge seems to serve as a mechanism for one of the wealthiest individuals in the world to bypass established procedures in favor of sweeping cost-cutting measures that jeopardize essential public services. Doge's operations have been shrouded in secrecy and minimal oversight. Despite Musk's frequent social media updates promoting an image of openness, the reality is that Doge wields unfettered access to sensitive government data, raising alarm bells among privacy advocates. Critics contend that such unregulated access poses severe risks, especially when juxtaposed with Musk's own interests in federal contracts held by companies like Tesla and SpaceX. This lack of transparency has not only spurred legal challenges, but has also contributed to a broader narrative of Musk's audacious disregard for established norms and ethical standards. Perhaps most tangible is the impact of Doge's cost-cutting measures, which have resulted in significant reductions across the federal workforce. Tens of thousands of employees have been laid off in the name of efficiency, a move that has sparked widespread protests and has been widely criticized as an affront to public welfare. These layoffs underscore a critical tension in Musk's approach: the drive for innovation and efficiency at all costs, even if it means sacrificing the stability and integrity of public institutions. Tesla shares on the decline. No discussion of Musk's recent controversies would be complete without an examination of the financial fallout. Tesla, once synonymous with innovation and market disruption, now finds its stock price under relentless pressure. Since Musk's controversial decision to involve himself deeply in political matters, most notably through his role in Doge, the company's shares have been on a near-constant downward trajectory. The stock-slide reports from CNBC and The Guardian indicate that Tesla's shares have been declining every week since Musk's political forays took center stage in Washington. Investor sentiment appears to have soured dramatically as concerns about management focus, strategic priorities, and the potential for conflicts of interest mount. The downturn is not merely a reflection of operational challenges such as declining vehicle sales and intensifying competition from rivals, but is deeply intertwined with the broader narrative of Musk's increasingly erratic public behavior. Analysts point to a nearly 50% drop in Tesla's stock over the past few months, a stark indicator that the market is losing confidence in both Musk's leadership and the company's future prospects. This decline has been exacerbated by consumer backlash, particularly in key markets like Europe, where Tesla's brand is facing severe reputational damage due to Musk's political stances and controversial public statements. The domino effect, operational and strategic repercussions. The decline in Tesla's stock has a cascading effect on the company's overall valuation and its ability to invest in new technologies and expansion. With investor confidence waning, Tesla may find itself under increased pressure to meet quarterly targets, potentially at the expense of its long-term innovation projects. This financial pressure creates a precarious balancing act for Musk, who must navigate the dual demands of sustaining market confidence while simultaneously pushing forward his ambitious and increasingly controversial vision for the future. Vandalism and public unrest, the real-world backlash. While boardrooms and trading floors buzz with worry over Tesla's falling stock price, the streets are not any quieter. In recent weeks, Tesla dealerships and facilities across the United States and Australia have become targets of vandalism and arson, an alarming escalation of public unrest directly tied to Musk's controversial actions. Incidents across the United States. In Tigard, Oregon, a Tesla dealership was rocked by a series of gunshots in the early hours of March 2025. Surveillance footage revealed multiple shots fired that shattered windows and damaged vehicles, with one bullet even penetrating an office wall. In Loveland, Colorado, a series of coordinated vandalism attacks targeted a local Tesla dealership. Reports indicate that a woman was arrested after authorities uncovered evidence of Molotov cocktails being thrown at vehicles and spray-painted slogans. Claims that these acts were in direct protest against Musk's involvement in federal government affairs. A Tesla supercharger station in Littleton, Massachusetts, became the scene of suspected arson on March 3, 2025. All charging units at the facility were severely damaged, prompting an investigation led by the state police's Fire and Explosion Investigation Unit. In Hobart, Tasmania, the backlash against Musk's controversial public persona took a distinctly creative yet vitriolic form. A Tesla dealership was defaced with graffiti depicting Musk in a highly inflammatory manner, complete with a caricature featuring a Nazi mustache and slogans like "Heil Tesla" and "Do you really want to drive a swastika?" This act of vandalism was claimed by the Grassroots Action Network Tasmania, GRANT, a group that has been vocal in its condemnation of Musk's political affiliations and his perceived role in promoting extremist ideologies. A broader movement, the Tesla Takedown protests. These acts of vandalism are not isolated incidents. They form part of a larger, more organized movement known as the Tesla Takedown. Protesters across the nation have taken to the streets, with some demonstrations escalating into violent confrontations. In Manhattan, over 350 demonstrators occupied a Tesla showroom, resulting in multiple arrests. Critics argue that these protests are fueled by a potent mix of anti-establishment sentiment, anger at Musk's political maneuvers, and deep-seated concerns over the ethical implications of his business practices. Although Musk has attempted to deflect blame, alleging that the protests are orchestrated by politically motivated groups funded by liberal organizations, the tangible impact on public perception is undeniable. Musk's political involvement has evolved dramatically over the past few years. Once seen primarily as a business magnate, he has now assumed roles that intersect dangerously with the realm of public policy and international relations. His political activities have not only influenced his companies, but have also stirred controversies on both domestic and international fronts. Aligning with controversial ideologies, Musk's overt support for far-right political figures and controversial policies has alienated large segments of his traditional customer base and the broader public. His vocal criticisms of liberal political establishments and his controversial tweets have only deepened the divide. For instance, during a high-profile rally outside the Treasury Department, Musk highlighted the violent rhetoric of certain liberal lawmakers, positioning himself as a defender of free speech and a critic of what he perceives as left-wing extremism. This positioning has not only affected his public image, but has also contributed to a polarization of opinions that extends far beyond politics. Musk's tweets and public statements have often blurred the lines between political commentary and corporate strategy, leaving investors and consumers alike questioning his true priorities. Domestic political entanglements and the U.S. landscape. Domestically, Musk's appointment as the head of DOGE has thrust him into the thick of American political controversy. His role in implementing drastic federal workforce reductions and cost-cutting measures has elicited outrage from various quarters. Lawmakers and constitutional experts have decried his methods as a dangerous overreach of executive power, arguing that such decisions should not be left in the hands of a private entrepreneur. The resulting legal challenges and public protests have not only undermined confidence in government institutions, but have also had a cascading effect on Tesla's market performance. International controversies, the U.S. and European fronts. Musk's political activities have reverberated far beyond U.S. borders, stirring controversies in Europe as well. European leaders have openly criticized Musk for what they perceive as his interference in domestic political processes through his social media platform, X, formerly Twitter. Accusations of enabling disinformation and extremist content have led to strained relationships between Musk and key European policymakers. One of the most incendiary episodes was his public call for the United States to quit NATO and stop financing Europe's defense, a statement that has been met with both derision and alarm. This international backlash has had tangible effects on Tesla's performance in European markets. Tesla's sales in Europe have plummeted, with some regions reporting declines as steep as 45% in recent months. Consumer backlash is compounded by a growing number of protests and boycotts, as European customers react to Musk's perceived ideological missteps and the broader political controversies that now define his public persona. The Tesla robot controversy. As if the political and market controversies weren't enough, Musk has now plunged Tesla into another realm of debate with its ambitious robotics projects. The unveiling of the Optimus robot and the Cybercab robotaxi has set the tech world abuzz, but not without generating a wave of skepticism and criticism. The Cybercab conundrum. Parallel to Optimus, Tesla has been developing the Cybercab, a futuristic robotaxi designed to operate without the need for human intervention. The Cybercab, a two-seater electric vehicle stripped of conventional controls like a steering wheel, pedals, and mirrors, is touted as the future of urban mobility. Yet, its radical design has sparked a heated debate over safety, practicality, and regulatory approval. The Cybercab's unconventional design challenges established automotive norms, prompting questions about how such a vehicle could navigate the complex realities of urban driving. Without manual controls, the vehicle relies entirely on autonomous systems, a reliance that many critics argue is premature given the current limitations of AI in handling unpredictable real-world scenarios. The lack of regulatory clarity further complicates the matter, leaving both investors and potential customers wary of adopting a technology that may not yet be ready for prime time. The broader implications of Tesla's robotics. Musk's ventures into robotics are emblematic of his broader ambition to redefine the boundaries of technological innovation. By venturing into domains traditionally dominated by industrial automation, Musk aims to position Tesla as not just a car manufacturer, but as a multifaceted tech powerhouse. However, the boldness of this strategy is matched only by the enormity of its risks. The push for robotics within Tesla's ecosystem represents a double-edged sword. On one hand, success in this arena could herald a new era of productivity and efficiency, transforming manufacturing, logistics, and even daily life. On the other hand, failure or even the perception of failure could severely damage Tesla's reputation and exacerbate the financial instability already plaguing the company. In a market where investor confidence is paramount, every misstep in the high-stakes game of robotics innovation is scrutinized and amplified. Furthermore, the integration of robotics into Tesla's core business raises profound ethical and societal questions. As automation advances, concerns about job displacement and economic inequality come to the forefront. Musk's vision of a future populated by robots that outnumber humans by 2040 has been met with both fascination and fear. Critics argue that such a future, while technologically feasible, could have devastating social consequences if not managed with foresight and compassion. Weaving the threads, how political gambits and technological aspirations intersect. At first glance, the controversies surrounding Musk's political activities, Tesla's declining stock, vandalized stores, and robotics ambitions might seem like separate chapters in an ongoing saga. However, they are all interlinked by a common theme: the inherent risks of pushing the envelope too far, too fast, The risk of overextension. Elon Musk's relentless pursuit of innovation has never been without its costs. His expansion into the political arena via Doge, coupled with his high-profile support for controversial policies, both domestically and internationally, has sown seeds of discontent among stakeholders. Investors who once lauded his ability to disrupt traditional industries now express growing concerns that Musk's focus on political machinations is diverting attention from critical core operations. This overextension has manifested in a dramatic decline in Tesla's stock price, as market confidence wavers in the face of seemingly unchecked risk-taking. The perils of brand dilution. Tesla's brand, once synonymous with cutting-edge technology and sustainable energy, now finds itself tarnished by the controversies that surround its CEO. In Europe, a market that is particularly sensitive to ethical and political considerations, consumer backlash has been severe. Sales have dropped precipitously, and public protests have escalated into violent acts of vandalism, directly impacting Tesla's retail operations. This erosion of brand trust is a stark reminder that corporate reputation is inextricably linked to the behavior and public image of its leadership. The intersection of technology and politics. Perhaps the most striking aspect of Musk's recent trajectory is the seamless intertwining of technology and politics. By assuming roles traditionally reserved for elected officials and engaging in public policy debates, Musk has blurred the lines between corporate strategy and governmental authority. His controversial statements on issues ranging from NATO funding to domestic government efficiency have not only stirred public debate but have also reshaped international perceptions of the United States and Europe. The political controversies have far-reaching implications. Musk's call for the U.S. to quit NATO and stop paying for the defense of Europe, for instance, has rattled international markets and strained diplomatic ties. European leaders have decried his meddling in domestic political affairs and have expressed alarm at the disinformation spread via his social media platform X. These international tensions compound the domestic challenges Tesla faces, creating a feedback loop of negative sentiment that is reflected in both consumer behavior and stock performance. The future of Tesla and Musk's vision for robotics. Amid the turbulence of political controversies, market declines, and public unrest, one of Musk's most ambitious projects continues to capture headlines: Tesla's foray into robotics. The Optimus robot and the Cybercab robotaxi represent Musk's vision of a future where automation and AI redefine work, transportation, and even everyday life. Yet, these projects are not without their own share of controversy and skepticism. Optimus. Promising prototype or overhyped fantasy? Optimus was unveiled as part of Tesla's bold plan to introduce a humanoid robot capable of performing a wide range of tasks. The promise is tantalizing, a future where robots handle dangerous, repetitive, or mundane jobs, freeing up human labor for more creative and fulfilling pursuits. In demonstrations, Optimus showcased basic functionalities such as walking and gesturing, but these early prototypes have fallen short of the revolutionary breakthrough many expected. Critics argue that the demonstrations were less about genuine autonomous capability and more about generating hype, with Tesla employees discreetly controlling the robot to hide its current limitations. Such revelations have led to accusations that Musk is misleading the public about the true state of Tesla's robotics technology. Furthermore, the design of Optimus has been compared to iconic representations in science fiction, drawing both admiration and derision. Some have even suggested that the robot's aesthetic borrows too heavily from popular culture, raising concerns about intellectual property and originality. Cybercab. Navigating the maze of autonomous mobility. Parallel to Optimus, the Cybercab robotaxi is another cornerstone of Musk's vision for a futuristic, automated society. Unlike traditional vehicles, the Cybercab is designed without any conventional controls, such as steering wheels, pedals, or mirrors. The radical design is meant to emphasize the vehicle's fully autonomous nature, a key selling point in a world where self-driving technology is touted as the next big leap in transportation. However, the Cybercab's design has sparked heated debate. Without manual controls, questions naturally arise regarding safety and reliability. Critics contend that the absence of features that have long been standard in the automotive industry is a recipe for disaster, especially in complex urban environments where split-second human judgment is still invaluable. Regulatory bodies have expressed concerns as well, noting that the cybercab may face significant hurdles before it can be approved for widespread use. Despite the promise of a revolution in mobility, the cybercab remains shrouded in uncertainty, with many observers calling for more concrete evidence of its safety and viability before embracing it as the future of transportation. Bridging the gap between vision and reality, Musk's ambitious robotics projects embody his broader vision of a world transformed by technology. Yet, the challenges are immense. The path from prototype to production is fraught with technical, regulatory, and ethical hurdles. Success in this domain could not only redefine Tesla as a tech powerhouse, but could also set the stage for a paradigm shift in how society organizes work and daily life. Conversely, any missteps in this high-stakes arena could exacerbate the already severe market and reputational pressures that Tesla faces. The stakes are high, and the margin for error is slim. Investors, regulators, and the public are all watching closely, aware that the convergence of political controversies, market instability, and high-risk technological ventures represents a formidable challenge. In such an environment, every decision Musk makes, whether in the boardroom or on the public stage, carries the potential for monumental repercussions.